As someone who has owned several Pixel devices over the years, a 2, a 3, a 5, daily driven them in many different circumstances over the years, I am very excited today to be unboxing the Pixel 6a. This video should have come out about 2 days ago, but thanks to FedEx, we're running about 2 days late because this bad boy apparently got lost for a couple of days. So remember, as you're watching this, FedEx, if you need your package, whenever. But at any rate, enough shade being thrown at FedEx. Let's jump straight into the unboxing. The boxes get smaller and smaller. Like I said, this is the Pixel 6a, which can be purchased now for $450. And I believe they're still running a deal on the Google store where you get the Pixel Buds A series with them for free as well. I'll be checking those out in a later video. This is just the basic 128 gig model. And yeah, not much more to say. So let's peel these little tabs off and get into this thing. Of course, I've got the Pixel 5 here for comparison because I think that they share a lot of components and a lot of DNA, as you can probably see there. I guess that pulls the phone out. We're going to set that down and see what we have in here. USB-C to C cable. Here is one of their adapters to bring your old phone's information over. A SIM ejector tool and a little booklet there. Of course, no charger in the box, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. It's 2020. That's where we are. There's also no headphone jack on this A series for the first time. I actually quite like the look of this thing. It's a really similar color, obviously, to the Pixel 5, but it's got a shiny finish, which is probably going to be a little bit of a fingerprint magnet. Slightly different shade up top. Little diagram to show you where everything is at. SIM, fingerprint, volume up and down, and power. USB-C down there, obviously. That's an interesting little thing to do. And on the front, it's, yeah, it's squared off, but it's not that much bigger than the dirty Pixel 5 that I've got there. Honestly, pretty solid feel in the hand. It is plastic. For the most part, I think it's an aluminum rail and then a plastic body, but it feels quite solid. Let's go ahead and get this thing powering up while we very quickly take a look at the listing and get some of the specifications here. So like I've mentioned before, this is a 6.1-inch screen with 6 gigs of RAM and a 4410 milliamp hour battery, which is pretty sufficient, and with the Google Tensor chip and only a 60 hertz refresh rate on the screen, I think battery life is going to wind up being pretty decent. In terms of the cameras, it's the same camera setup that we had on the Pixel 5, which is why I kind of have this thing here. It's, I believe, the exact same camera sensors and everything. So I'm going to be excited to see how the software has improved or not improved that camera performance. 128 gigs of storage, like I already said. Claims to have stereo speakers. I'm going to be interested to see how that actually works. Is this an amplified earpiece, and how does that sound? Going to have to check that out. In-display fingerprint scanner. We've moved from the back to around the front. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the specs, and we are into our setup process now. Haptics on the typing feel quite good. Most cheaper budget devices like this, $450, the haptics feel kind of mushy and loose. That was very crisp and honestly felt pretty good. I really can't state enough that this thing feels totally different than the last Pixel that I owned in this Pixel 5. This is kind of a soft, smooth, rounded affair, whereas this is so much more boxy. The frame feels totally different, just a very different feeling. Of course, like I said, this is running the same Google Tensor chip that is in the 6 and the 6 Pro. So the performance should be literally as good as it is in their main flagship devices. We're going to set up the fingerprint here real quick. Let's see how that feels. At least in this setup process, that feels pretty quick. It is, I believe, an optical fingerprint scanner. I may be wrong there, but it's definitely creating a very bright light to illuminate the fingerprint as I'm doing this. Feels okay. Of course, we're going to have to check this out to actually, unlock the device to see exactly how well it works. This is running Android 12 as well. I believe an Android 13 beta is rumored to be coming very soon, so that would be great to see. But until then, Android 12 is okay. All right, after a fairly lengthy setup process, we are here on the home screen. As someone that's been using a Surface Duo 2 for a while, all new phones look quite narrow to me, but this is going to be totally fine. It's not any more narrow than anything else. It is a normal phone screen. I'm just weird in terms of what I'm used to. So let's see if I can immediately tell any kind of choppiness with that 60 hertz display. And yeah, it definitely is a 60 hertz display. This is not going to translate on this camera, but trust me, to my eye, look, it is what it is. It's 60 hertz. Is that going to drive me crazy? No, it's absolutely not. Let's check out that fingerprint scanner and see how quick it is to unlock. You know, look, is that the fastest fingerprint scanner I've ever seen? No, but it's totally sufficient. Now, there have been rumors of people being able to unlock their phone with the wrong fingerprint, and that did not work for me. Apparently, other people have had that be a problem for them. Overall, I mean, just here in the menu, it does look quite snappy. A cool thing is, no bloatware. That's it. That's all that's installed on this thing, so that is great to see. Double-clicking the power button does launch the camera app, which launches quite quickly. Of course, on this camera, we have a standard and an ultra-wide, which is your 0.6 there, and then there's a 2x that is just a digital crop. We'll be doing a camera review for this thing very shortly as well. But there you go. There is your unboxing for the Pixel 6a. I do like the way that the thing feels, at least there. You know, keep in mind, the setup is still being completed, and it still felt pretty snappy to me. More testing obviously coming, more videos coming very, very shortly. Thanks for watching this unboxing, though, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and until next time, stay nerdy, my friend.